Hi Cancer, here is your ex-partner reading for the month of March. Please bear in mind it is a general reading. It may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, please check your moon and rising signs. Now, the fact is, this reading is purely for people who are still interested to know about their ex-partner and whether there is an opportunity for a reconciliation. So if you're not interested in your ex-partner, then obviously this is not the reading for you to watch. But I will, however, be doing the love readings once I've completed these ex-partner readings. Now, I've done the 2-row spread. This is the row for you, and this is the row for your ex-partner. Also, again, please be aware that sometimes the messages and the energies from each card can get crossed over. So if I am talking about you, but it seems to fit more to your ex-partner, then obviously apply that message to your own situation. Now, the first card we have up here for you, we have the Lovers card. It is a major arcana and it is reversed. The Lovers card, it talks about the fact that obviously you had relationship difficulties, okay? It talks about the possibility that there was either weaknesses or temptations within this relationship, whereby maybe one of you was tempted to stray, or the fact that there were just weaknesses within this relationship that kind of made it difficult for both of you to really gel or get along, okay? It can talk as well about a lack of commitment, maybe from your side, maybe from their side. It can also talk about how you may not have completely recognized the true nature to the person you was involved with, or indeed the relationship itself. But overall, it does talk about breakup and it does talk about not getting along with each other. Now, on your ex-partner side, we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this may be the case that some of you were involved with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles, when she is reversed, it can talk about somebody that is very, very consumed within their work. It can talk about somebody that is quite money hungry. And somebody that can somebody that can go to extremes when it comes to their finances. Somebody that could be quite miserly and then could go straight to being very extravagant. It can also talk about somebody that could use money as a surrogate for their emotions. So if your ex-partner in some way had these negative emotions, or maybe was feeling down or depressed or something along those lines, they then may have gone and wanted to spend and buy lots of things in order to make themselves feel better. But obviously that's not the cure for that. And that may have been the case for some of you, that if there were if there were difficulties within the relationship, then maybe your ex-partner was prone to doing that. Maybe indeed some of the weaknesses that I spoke about with that Lovers card could have been in regards to somebody's weakness when it comes to spending money and dealing with their finances. Now here for you, we have the Six of Wands. Now, the Wands is fire energy, okay? And it talks very much about our actions. The Six of Wands can talk about the fact that there may have been some challenges that you've had to overcome. And we can see here with the Lovers card. But it can talk about the fact that you've managed to overcome those. And along the way, you may have had to learn some hard lessons. It can talk about how you've managed to triumph over obstacles. Now, this could be talking about how you've managed to overcome and deal with the fact that this relationship has ended. But for some of you, this could be talking about how you may, in the month of March, be able to overcome the challenges and obstacles that we spoke about with the Lovers card, and maybe in some way manage to turn things around. Because the Six of Wands, it can talk about going in a positive direction. Now, on your ex-partner's side, we do have the Tower card, Major Arcana. And I know most people don't like to see the Tower card. It can most definitely talk about an ending, the crashing down of something. But it doesn't always have to talk about an ending. It can sometimes talk about change. And change coming very quickly. It could be that if your ex-partner was a workaholic or was extremely focused, maybe in a negative way, on finances, that it may have required some major change to turn things around. Because the Tower card, it can talk about the collapse of a particular lifestyle. And that may very well be the case here. If not, then for some of you, this is talking about the collapse of this relationship. And how it came in very suddenly and very quickly, because you may have decided to put an end to this relationship. And maybe your ex-partner was not expecting that, did not see that coming. And this Tower card is highlighting that. How you may have managed to overcome what you was feeling and was able to put an end to this. Now, down here for you, we have the King of Wands. It's more fire energy, okay? Now, you being Cancer are water energy, and I don't have any cups cards on the table. So some of you may have been involved with a fire sign. But what the King of Wands talks about, it can talk about somebody maybe displaying some form of bitterness or an intolerant attitude towards someone or something. But it can also talk about the need to remember that any challenges that you may have been through, which we see that you have, you must remember that those challenges are all just part of a journey, that we all go through challenges. And sometimes we just have to accept the way something is, or accept what is being offered and not expecting anything more than that. It can as well talk about somebody that maybe is very controlling and can appear to be quite ruthless or selfish. Now, it can talk about how maybe you are displaying some of these characteristics in the month of March, but it may also be referring to your ex-partner. Also, one aspect to the King of Wands can be the need for you to start to focus on nurturing other parts of your life. That you may very well have overcome this. And now may be the time for you to start to focus on nurturing, as I said, other parts or aspects of your life that may not include this relationship anymore. Now, for your ex-partner, we have Judgment. Judgment is number 20 in the Major Arcana. And it is literally the card that comes before the World card, which the World card talks about the end of a chapter. Here we see that the Judgment card is reversed. It can talk about how it can talk about an unexpected severance that is unwanted. And we see that there with the Tower card. How, yes, it can mean that something came crashing down and something ended unexpectedly. And we can see here with the Judgment card how it may not have been expected or wanted from your ex-partner. But it can talk as well how there may be an element of them feeling guilty for the fact that they know they may very well have handled things badly when you were both together. And they may well know that they now need to live with the consequences of their actions. For some reason, I feel for a group of you, it was you that ended the relationship with your ex-partner and not the other way around. And I think that it had a lot to do with either your ex-partner working all the time and being more committed to their career and their work, or something negative to do with the finances. And this tower moment, I feel, may have been the result of you ending the relationship. And now that it has ended, we may see them in the month of March having this element of guilt about knowing that they played a big part in causing the collapse of this relationship. Now, for your outcome card, we have here the Three of Swords. Now, yes, the Three of Swords, it can have a number of meanings. It can talk about sadness, loneliness, heartbreak, all the things that one can feel due to the breakup and the collapse of a relationship. And it can be an energy about the need to have a really good cry to try to get it out of your system and help with the healing process. Because although we see a victory here, and this may be talking more about the fact that you decided to end this relationship, we could still see you here feeling an element of bitterness towards your ex-partner for the way they behaved, which resulted in maybe you having to pull the plug on this relationship, which may still see you having these feelings of sadness and all of that goes with it. The Three of Swords as well can talk about a third-party interference. But to be honest with you, I'm not really feeling that here. But the Three of Swords as well can sometimes talk about the need to get to the heart of the matter. To get to the heart of the matter in regards to your thoughts about maybe what you are really thinking. Or maybe getting to the heart of the matter into what really did go wrong and why they did maybe behave in the way they did. Now, for your ex-partner, their outcome card is number 4 in the Major Arcana, and it is the Emperor card. The Emperor card, it talks very much about using one's logic. The Emperor card as well is the card for Aries, But sometimes you can include the other fire signs here. And because there is 2 other wands cards on the table, it is possible some of you are dealing with a fire sign here, but it could very well be, as I said, an earth sign. But it doesn't have to mean that. It can just be talking about the energies here. But the Emperor can talk about strength, about willpower. And it may very well be that it's going to require your ex-partner now to use all their strength and willpower to be able to get through this breakup, especially if they are feeling an element of guilt. And especially if they are feeling that this breakup was unexpected and was unwanted on their side. Now, I'm going to clarify your 3 of Swords. And here we have the Page of Cups. Now, this is your energy here with the cups, okay? It is the water energy. The Page of Cups, it can talk about somebody that is no longer focused on a person and the relationship. It can show a lack of focus and interest on that now. It can also talk about how somebody expects a lot but doesn't give enough back. And it may very well be that if you are trying to get to the heart of the matter, you may very well think that your ex-partner didn't give enough, maybe on an emotional level to you, than you did to them. Maybe you will feel that you were more emotionally invested in this relationship. And maybe they were too caught up with their work and finances. But we can see them now maybe feeling guilty about that and having some regret about that. This getting to the heart of the matter as well. It could be that you decide that you are not so emotionally invested in this ex-partner anymore. And you may start to realize that you are not as focused on them and in wanting the relationship to reconcile as maybe you thought you was or you once was previously. Now I'm going to clarify their Emperor card. And here for them we have the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords, it can talk about the need to have a break from a relationship. But we see and know already that the relationship has broken. The 4 of Swords also can talk about the need to take a break from some mental anxiety, stress or worry. This man has laid down and has literally put his thoughts to one side because he feels mentally exhausted And he just feels that he needs to take a break from it. That he, maybe he feels he's just at the end of his tether and he cannot take any more. And it may very well be that it is going to take all of their strength and willpower to be able to get through this situation. And they may literally need to take a break in order to regain their strength and willpower, in order for them to move on. I don't know what it is, Cancer. And maybe I am wrong here. Or maybe I'm only talking about a small portion of you. But I just feel for the ones I am talking about, I do feel that it was you that ended this relationship. Due to there either being an imbalance here in terms of you were more emotionally invested and they were more focused on career and finances. And maybe that created this lack here, this weakness here within this relationship. Because the thing is, if the foundations of a relationship are strong enough, then if we're going to get that tower moment, then in theory, the tower shouldn't come crashing down. But there was obviously a weakness or an imbalance up here in order for us to get this. I just feel for the majority of you that you ended this relationship with your ex-partner. And I think really coming towards the end of March, you're actually going to realise that maybe you don't want to reconcile this. And maybe your ex-partner is the one that wants to reconcile. But I feel for the majority of you, you are going to lose your focus. And you're not going to be as emotionally invested in this relationship as you once was. And I see you, if a reconciliation comes about, I just feel for the majority of you, you're going to end up saying no. You're going to end up thinking, no, this isn't actually right for me and this isn't actually what I want. And that maybe the differences between you two are just too big to be able to overcome. So Cancer, that does conclude your reading for the month of March. I hope it does resonate with somebody out there. As I said at the beginning, I will be back again very soon to do the love readings for March. I want to say a massive thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.